Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Now with 2023 upon us, new year means new gear. So I wanted to go over commonly overlooked things in the aquarium hobby that you should double check to make sure that it is not expired in this new year. Make sure that you're not using any expired medications or any expired food or anything like that. So let's get into it. So the first commonly overlooked item that every single aquarium owner has that will most likely go expired first is going to be your food. So whatever food that you have, make sure you check all of your bags and make sure all of them are within their expiration date so you're not feeding bad food to any of your fish. You also want to make sure that you look inside of all of the bags of food, even if they're not expired, because if you get any water inside of your bags, or if you feed with wet hands and stick your wet hand in the bag, you just want to make sure that there's no mold growing inside of your food, none of your food's discolored, and that all of your food is as good as it can be going into this new year. So the next thing that commonly goes expired that a lot of people don't notice right away is medication. Both powdered medication and liquid medication both have expiration dates. Since medication isn't something that we use on a regular basis in the aquarium hobby, hopefully, a lot of medication may be sitting on your shelf for years before you even notice that it's coming up on its expiration date or that it's expired already. So make sure you check your dates on all of your medication because you don't want to use any expired medication in your tank. Another thing that surprisingly has an expiration date is going to be test kits. Liquid test kits, strip test kits, they all have expiration dates on it. If your test kit is out of expiration or if it has been soiled with any water, especially if you have test strips, if you get any water or even any sort of humidity inside of the tube that it comes with, it can actually ruin all of the test kits. So you want to make sure that your test kits are as accurate as they can be so you're getting an accurate reading on your tank. Another thing that may be a little bit harder to overlook, but I still wanted to touch on it, is filter socks. If you have any filter socks that have any holes in it, any rips, if the seaming looks like it's unplugged, new year, new gear, treat yourself to a brand new set of filter socks so your tank is filtering at the best capacity it can. So the last thing I wanted to touch on, especially as these months are getting a lot colder, is heaters. You want to make sure your heater is working at the best capacity that it can. Heaters do get a little less powerful every single year that you have them, so if your heater is really old, maybe it's a good idea to treat yourself to a brand new one. And also you want to make sure you are keeping track of your thermometers, make sure that your heater is still working at its best capacity and keeping your tank at the appropriate temperature. If you notice that your heater maybe is struggling to keep your tank up, or if you notice that it's always on and it's just really not reaching the temperature you want it to, then maybe it's time for you to come in and get a new one. Especially with these winter storms coming up, you really want to have a reliable heater in your corner. So another thing that you could do with the new year upon us is going to be more like spring cleaning. So C-Chain makes an incredible product called Pump Clean that is an incredible way to give all of your equipment the refresh it needs to be working at the best capacity it can in this new year. So any of your power heads, any of your return pumps, any of your heaters even, soaking it in Pump Clean will get any of that nasty and gunky stuff off of it, and it'll make it look brand new and working in the best way that it can. So your tank is going to be functioning in the best that it can in this new year. Hope you guys have some incredible New Year's resolutions regarding your fish tanks this year, and I can definitely help you out with any of that at all three of our locations. And like always, keep it fresh and have a happy new year.